Hi, class. I just saw that I tried to record. I did a recording and then I don't know why it didn't get recorded. So I'm again recording this for you. So this is my quick bite to you. I won't keep this video long. I know that you are all preparing for your recorded presentation. These are some quick tips. I think we've been through all the slides on last Tuesday, and I just wanted to add a few more things. There's nothing, no more questions that has been addressed. The questions are all the same. I just wanted to talk to you about your approach to solving this question. I'm sure everybody has developed their own approach to responding to some of these interview questions, and I'm just going to add another texture to it. So I created some talking points, and I'm going to share that with you here. So a few things, as I told you that on last Tuesday, is that when you're recording yourself, make sure that you are in a well-lit place. If you have a background, I just cleaned up my background for you. So it should be just well-lit, and you should not be very far, because if you're interviewing, you need to be in this position where kind of look at the camera, and like it should be able to divide it into three zones, and your eyes should be kind of in the middle of the picture frame, and try to look at the camera as much as possible. So that's something. I mean, you do your best. All right. So again, so just do it professionally. Wear something like just a little bit of something with collars, or something a little which shows your kind of business casual side to you. Not inauthentic, but something that is slightly professional. So that's something that you want to do. And here we go. And I would like to show you what I have for you here. And so this is due tomorrow by 11:59 p.m. It is actually on Blackboard. I can show it to you where it is. I think we've discussed it in class, but those of you who are following up, so this is on Blackboard. If you go to home assignment and then you click here, you should be able to just click, and then you see that the window will appear, and you just need to put the link of your video presentation here. It doesn't matter if it's on, like if you do a YouTube video or a LinkedIn, as long as I'm able to open it and the quality is good, I'm fine with it. All right. It does say that it's due April 10th, 11:01. It's not 11:01, it's 11:59 p.m., which is till midnight. You have till midnight. Okay. You should be, ready with your responses. And we did talk about it in class. Okay, I'm going to cancel this one. Right. So I have created some talking points for you. So here we go. Hopefully you're able to see this. I'm just going to double check and see. Just give me a second, class. I don't want to miss this because So yes. So this is what you need to respond to. I think we've been through this in class. I have some pointers. These are not additional questions, but these are I've put it in red so that these are my talking points to you. Okay, so the first question is, why, and I think I had it in the last slide, or maybe not towards the end, but doesn't matter. Whenever this question, doesn't matter the order, but let's say I put this question here kind of to have a good starting point for you. So why our company? At this point, you have to first of all do as I've told you, that you need to really be sure about what the company does. You need to be really interested, motivated in their vision, in their goal, and you need to be motivated. Of course, you are motivated. That's why you shortlisted that one position that you would like to apply for. I think you had a pick of 3 initially, and then you kind of shortlisted and took it to one position that you really like. So one of the things that we don't do, and I'm going to keep this very simple here, is we really, when somebody asks us, what do you do, or what job do you or what kind of career do you have? A question like this is kind of the first thing that we do is we hear that question and we think that, well, somebody asked me this question, I'd probably say that, I teach at North Central Benedictine University. I've been teaching business and professional communication at Stevenson University as well. My research is about transnational identities and globalization, and this is how I try to inform my my courses in business and professional communication, and I can get into the how and what is it I do. I never tell them that why I do what I do. I am here because I like to create leaders. I like to inspire people. Clearly, that otherwise I wouldn't have been coming to work every day. That's what I like to do. I would like people to be successful, and I like to create leaders. I like to inspire people. I like to motivate people. So that if that's my starting point, the whole conversation is going to be different. So always think about the why. All right, why you do what you do, or why did why did you even apply for this position? So always align it with your why. All right, and then align it with the company, so that this company does this company. Always think about the why of the company. Why does this company do what it does? Okay, and then think about your why. Try to align both together. I'm sure that's actually going on in your mind. If that wouldn't have been there, you wouldn't have been trying to look for this job. It is that why of the company that really attracted you, and it is your why. It is your personal why and the why of the company. There's some kind of a match there, and that's why you got attracted to this position. So try to create that moment within your response where you kind of connect both the whys. Okay. The second thing is what how does your position, how does your work experience and skill set help you in regards to this position? So again, tell us there you did all your research. I'm sure there's something about this position that attracted you. Think about, so far, what have you done in the different roles that you've had? You could have been a student leader, you could have been a camp counselor, you could have worked at a pizza store for some time. Think about the different jobs that you have done, different positions where you have been in different positions. Think about how those positions kind of help you to kind of build a starting point for this position. All right. So have those stories ready. Okay. Be clear about the kind of work that you've done, and think about that one particular thing that you've learned in that position. It could be leadership, it could be problem solving skills, it could be fundraising skills, it could be mentoring skills if you've tutored. All of that, how does that align with this job? So there's your story there. The third one is a personal development question. Again, think about understand this position as much as possible. First, get into the why of this position. You'll see that when you think about the why of this position, you will see that this why has a few goals. Okay. The why of the position could be that the position needs you to be a good leader. The position needs a problem solver. The position needs a good team leader. The position needs a good content creator. Okay, whatever you see, that a position will always have a few goals, and we did that. Remember, we did that through word cloud. We did that through our interview assignment. We did that through our resume, cover letter, all of that we did. Every position will have a few goals, or few if for lack of words, few metaphors that kind of is very strongly aligned with this position. Think about that, and then tell us whether this really aligns, whether all the goals that the position has kind of aligns with what you want to see in yourself. Maybe you want to see yourself as a team leader. Maybe you want to see yourself as an organizer. You may want to see yourself as a team leader. How does this align? All right. So you got to think about it this way. All right. Then whether you prefer to work with the team or you're better by yourself. This question, use your narrative, storytelling skills, make it creative, have some drama within the story. Think about yourself as the main character of the story, somebody, a hero or a hero or a shero who has empowered people to kind of win a project. It's almost like winning something, right? What were the things that you did to help other people also become heroes within your story? All right. So talk about the challenges, talk about, get into the details of what the challenges were, what could you do to resolve some of the challenges? Did you help people through this process? Do you create many leaders through this? So that's again, your narrative storytelling skill will come here. Then in this one, the deadline driven question story, again, use your narrative storytelling strategy here. Never lose touch with that. Talk about yourself as a main character. Talk about different challenging work that came across and that you were not prepared for. Maybe you had to do a lot of research for that. Maybe you had some other compelling assignments that needed to be done. How did you organize your thoughts? What did you think? It's a very this one for this story has to be quite laden with emotions. All right, you got to tell them about the frustration. Make it human. Frustration, engagement, disconnect, how there was a disconnect. How did you go through that? How did you again channelize? How did you again put yourself within that mess? How did you rise out of that mess? So all of that needs to be put forth as a story. All right, so that they exactly know that this is what you've been through and this is how you emerge through it. All right. This question is about questions about responsibilities. Again, think about every position that you've had. Okay, think about first, think about the why of this position, which you've already thought. Why does this position exist? Why does this company exist? And then think about each and every position that you have had. So let's say the first position in your life, you actually did research. In the second position that you had, you probably did, running errands, or you were probably, delivering something. So you had the time management, priorities, being on time, staying on task, all of that. So think about different positions that you've had and think about the values that you sit and associate that. But I think that in this position, these are the things that are required, and these are the things that I've done in this position. This kind of is a great marriage, and it really aligns with the position that I am applying for. Okay. Then again, this one, the organizational skills, use your narrative storytelling skills. Talk about, make it human. You're the main character. Talk about different engaging projects that you've done. How did you manage different projects? What were some of the challenges? What were some of the how did people help you, or maybe how did people how people mentored you through those projects? What did you learn from it? So that's going to be your response. All right. And the last question here, again, this should be done according to research. Do a market analysis before giving them a number. So always provide a range, and whatever is comfortable for you, whatever you find. So you don't have to shortchange yourself, or you don't have to go overboard. Right? Something within the ballpark, and then the fact that if you need upward mobility, and that's what is important for you, you should know, the company that you're looking for, if it isn't going to pay you a whole lot, and you know that, but you're there for the experience, so you're there for the learning. So you should know actually what you're there for, and then you should be able to kind of negotiate what is it that you want within. You have to first negotiate it with yourself, and then provide a response to the interviewer, kind of giving them a range which is respectful of you and respectful of the company. And if you have any benefits, I'm sure you can do research and see what the kind of benefits that the company offers you, and be clear and be reasonable. That's what I will say. Okay, class, thank you. I wanted to keep this not too long, and hopefully all of you will learn through this. And if you've already prepared your response, so some of my guiding tips here will kind of maybe kind of steer you a little bit more in the right direction. Other than that, I will see all of you on Tuesday, and good luck with your recorded presentation. This should be a good starting point for you to prepare for your for the second part of the digital interview, which is going to be a face-to-face interview with me. So I think all this work that will be doing in regards to this position, and understanding the position, responding to the question, will be a good starting point. I don't think you need to prepare a whole lot more when you do the face-to-face